There is an important case going on right now involving the Olympus Spa and whether the Olympus Spa was within its rights to prevent a biological man from being in women's nude spaces in the spa. Well, if the comments from one of the judges on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that is now hearing this case is any indication, sanity is not going to win out. This segment is brought to you by Eastside Weight Loss Clinic. I'm down 37 pounds on the program, and I lost most of that in just 2 months. Do what I did and what so many other undivided viewers have done. Schedule your free 15-minute consultation today at eastsideweightlossclinic.com. The Olympus Spa, which, Nicole, I forget, had you been to the Olympus Spa?
I have not.
No,
been.
but it's kind of like a...
It's just a bunch of hot tubs, pools. Yeah, it's kind of like the spa we go
to at Caesar's Palace, right? Where you kind of go in and you can be nude.
I think it's actually required
that you cannot wear clothes.
I believe that's part of the thing. That
would not be my jam.
Yeah, I know.
That would not be my jam. But anyway, so you're women and you want to. So when we have this spa we go to when we're in Vegas, and they have a men's and a women's side. The women go to the left. The men go to the right, and you can be in there and you can be all naked if you like and just, soak it up. So it's a similar situation. So of course, when a biological dude wanted to use the women's spa at Olympus, there were women who were really uncomfortable with it. And it was a biological man. So they were like, I don't feel comfortable or safe, and I don't blame them. And Olympus Spa said, yeah, you can't use the women's side of things. So after that, he filed the state's Human Rights Commission issued a complaint of discrimination. So on his behalf in 2020, saying that it's a transgender woman, was denied service, so it's a human rights violation. And actually under Washington law, places of public accommodation are barred from restricting customers based on their gender identity. So the State Human Rights Commission thought they had a case here, and the spa sued, saying, no, we have a right. That commission is violating our religious and free speech rights. And so they sued in 2023. A federal judge dismissed their lawsuit, and then on appeal, the spa was arguing that the state's anti-discrimination laws on public accommodations inhibit its constitutional rights. So now, blah, blah, blah. Now you're caught up. The case is in the hands of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which had a hearing on Monday. I want you to listen to a comment by one of the judges on the Ninth Circuit, Mary Margaret McEwen, who is a Bill Clinton appointee. Enjoy.
What was the admission policy?
Only women, biological women, or transgender women who have had bottom surgery could enter the spa.
Right. So that's like the Supreme Court said in Fair, if you have a law that says white applicants only, this is biological women entrants only. It seems to me they're quite parallel there. And you can't have white people only can come into my restaurant. And then you say, well, no, that's really, we have a religious, spiritual nature to our restaurant.
That's a federal judge on the Ninth Circuit. Is there any doubt how they're going to rule? That's insane. She is saying that limiting a space to women only is like a whites only law. It's like a no colored people sign. That's mental. So by her logic, there are no spaces that could be only for women. None. By her logic. You would have to let men into every space that right now is specifically for women. Locker rooms, bathrooms, nude spas, you name it. I don't know, breastfeeding, closets at the airport. What is it? You'd have to by that logic, if you're saying that a women's only space is akin to whites only, which is just, that's mental. You are saying there's no ability to have a safe space for women anywhere in this country. That is your assertion. I mean, I don't even know what to, because she's saying that, I mean, first of all, that's just stupid. I don't know why I'm trying to explain her thought process because it makes no sense. But she's saying you could in essence say as a business, well, we're only going to serve whites because that aligns with my religion. These two things aren't parallel at all. And nobody's doing that. And no restaurants, no areas like that are saying women only. It's not like you go to the coffee shop and they're like, this is a women's only space. That's not happening. You're talking about places where women are nude. where women are naked. And does the left no longer believe that women have a right to these spaces where they feel safe? Does the left really literally no longer believe in women's rights? Because that's what, I mean, it's so interesting how it comes full circle. It's like the left is like, we're the women's rights and feminists and all of this stuff. Like, unless a dude is involved who says they're a woman, then women's rights completely go out the window. Can you play, Nicole, that cut one more time? Because I think we all just need to bask in how insane it is that this is a federal judge on the Ninth Circuit.
What was the admission policy?
Only women, biological women, or transgender women who have had bottom surgery could enter the spa.
Right. So that's like the Supreme Court said in Fair, if you have a law that says white applicants only, this is biological women entrants only. It seems to me they're quite parallel there. And you can't have white people only can come into my restaurant. And then you say, well, no, that's really, we have a religious,
God, that's dumb,
spiritual nature to our restaurant.
And that's the woman on the court. That's the person who's supposed to be standing up for women to say, yeah, we shouldn't let men in women's spaces where they're nude. That's the woman. The two dudes next to her, I don't know how they feel about it. But they're kind of like, aren't you supposed to be standing up for the women? If you're not standing up for the women, who's standing up for the women? This is really crazy stuff. And that's what I mean of like this 1 step forward, 10 steps back. We were just saying on the show yesterday about how it really seems like some on the left are starting to let go of this radical gender ideology. They understand that that's part of the reason that some people have been turned off, including a lot of voters, Hispanic voters, black male voters have been turned off from the Democratic Party. And so I'm like, yeah, that's great. Love to hear some of these members of Congress finally saying like, yeah, I don't want men, running my daughters down on the soccer field, etc. And then you have someone like the Ninth Circuit Court judge, I just got to read her name again, Judge Mary Margaret McEwen, who said, well, you can't protect women's spaces because that's like putting a big whites only sign outside the spa. I don't like name calling, but that's really stupid. I was going to say something else, but that is really dumb. It really is. Holy smokes.